Hi everyone, welcome to Clarity Tarot. Today's topic is going to be, do they have regrets? So we have 3 piles today. First we have the Hermit card. These are all from the New York City Tarot. Next we have the World card for pile 2. And then the last one we have is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So think of any person, timestamps will be in the description box for your pile, and I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It is Christmas Eve here in Los Angeles, California, and this year has been extra nice because we had a Saturday and then a Sunday and then Christmas Day is tomorrow, so lots of extra time to get all the Christmas things done and also do some relaxing, which means posting a couple pick a card readings. So if you celebrate Christmas, if you're seeing this at the time of upload, I hope you have a beautiful celebration, or otherwise just a happy holiday season, whatever you celebrate or don't. And let's get to your reading. So does this person have regrets? The Hermit. So already just from you selecting this card and this being included in the reading, I'm going to say that this person basically just withdrew from you at times when it was important for them to say something, do something, step up, step forward, and they just didn't do that, which might have left you really frustrated. But let's see what else comes through in your reading here. So for pile 1, Spirit, does this person have regrets? So with the Ace of Swords coming out first, this person's thinking about this a lot. I'm really drawn to how this light is like piercing through this woman's brain. And also with the Ace of Swords, there's a sense of understanding the truth about something. So that might be different for each of you, what this person is realizing the truth is of the situation. And with the next card, the Magician in the reverse. So this is about manipulation, control, tactics. So maybe what this person is realizing is they manipulated an outcome. So a pattern that I see with a lot of, I would say, like people that show up in a pick a card reading. So like the kind of person that's a love interest that you come to pick a card for because you're confused by them. You're not sure what they're saying or doing or feeling. Because the reality is, you know, like if your relationship is going really well, you know those things. And of course, you could still come to a tarot reading out of curiosity, but if you're like totally confused and frustrated, it's because the other person's holding back and possibly not being straight with their intentions or follow through or whatever. And it looks like the truth that this person has come to is that they manipulated this situation somehow. So this could be that maybe they were using you, maybe they, which could have been in any way. Maybe they just wanted to physically connect with you. Maybe you were very emotionally supportive to them and they realized after the fact, like, oh, I was just like soaking that up and giving nothing back in return to pile 1. Maybe they just wanted to feel like socially connected or understood or like loved on a friendship level. And so they were just like a sponge, like just really hungry for that from you. So something like that is here. It'll be a little different from each of you, for each of you. We have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. And the Hermit again from another deck. So does this person have regrets? I would say yes. I think this relationship, we also have the Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom. This relationship has showed this person that they're not healed yet from their past relationships. Perhaps this is someone that thought they were ready for a new relationship or for a healthier connection, whether this is business, friendship, or love. Maybe they had an idea of themselves of like, oh, I've processed my past trauma, everything's good, I'm good, my next relationship's gonna be great. And then they got into this connection with you and they saw some of their same patterns. Maybe they've had a history of being manipulative in connections before. And so they saw this happen again. And because this has been so triggering and so thought-provoking for this person, I mean, we have the Hermit twice on both sides. The Hermit is sometimes interpreted as like pulling back from the world, which it can be that, but truly the meaning of this card is like going on a spiritual inward journey, you know, finding the thread within yourself to follow for wisdom, for true understanding. So this person is really doing that work, and they're prioritizing that over communicating with you or being a good partner, friend, colleague to you. If you notice here, like there's no cards about the other person, which is you in this case. It's this person reflecting on their behavior, how they showed up, what they created in this relationship, and they were disturbed by whatever truth they found there. So just because they're also, just the way that they're processing this, it tells me a bit about the relationship too. So if I ask a question like, does this person have any regrets about you? And then I don't see you in the reading whatsoever. Like that tells me something, right? Like this person's very self-focused, which I'm sure would have noticed in the relationship. Maybe things were even like very unbalanced in terms of like how much one was talking and listening versus the other. Maybe even you like paid for things, or maybe you were the one like planning your dates or outings, or the one reaching out first or whatever. So there's something here like that where you were carrying most of the work. And this person recognizes this, but it's like, it's not about, oh, I hurt pile one, that's too bad, I should fix that. It's, oh, I'm showing up in this negative way again. I guess I'm not as healed as I thought I was. I better fix that in myself. So they're almost like not thinking about you, which is kind of irking me a little bit on your behalf. So I'm going to pull a card for this. So how does pile one actually feel? How does pile one's person actually feel about pile one and what happened here? Okay, we have a lot of things jumping out. We have the Five of Wands, which is conflict, could be inner or outer conflict. The Devil in the reverse. And the Emperor. So what I'm getting here is again, it's talking about them, not you, which I'm starting to really get annoyed now. King of Cups in the reverse. They didn't show you love and tenderness and affection the way that they were feeling. Maybe you expressed that towards them, but they did not express it towards you. And they maintained a really stern attitude with themselves to not get attached with the Devil in reverse. Like, whatever I do, don't get attached to this relationship. Anything that feels like it's going to go deeper, like bat that away. I'm the Emperor. I have a strategy here with the chess piece. And my strategy is to have a good relationship, but be able to walk away at any time. So again, what I'm getting with this for you, pile one, is unfortunately, no matter how this person feels about you, they're so defended, they're not able to access that. I mean, I could dig further and see, like, how does this person actually feel about me? And I might even get like really tender feelings or, you know, deep love or affection. But it almost doesn't matter how that person is feeling because they're not willing to allow themselves to go there, which I think they know with this Three of Swords in reverse, and that's why they're realizing, okay, I'm just not ready for this right now. So they do have regrets about kind of drawing you into their mess, but I'm also getting a message that, like, they don't feel like this was that bad, perhaps because they've done way worse in the past in relationships. Yeah, and you might have a different perspective on that, pile one. You might be quite frustrated or angry. So what I want to do now is I want to pull a love bomb from this person of what they would say if they could be undefended from their higher self towards you most accurately for this situation. What would pile one's person say to pile one? So let's just see what would be an appropriate message. We've got, I'm proud of you. I'm getting that's for like your accomplishments in life, but also I think you've also kind of fought away the connection to this person, because at some level you've known this wasn't entirely healthy or reciprocal, and you didn't go as deep as this person would have liked to manipulate you into going. It's like this person wanted you fully dependent on them while they had no attachment whatsoever, so that they could control, you know, how things go with the situation. I really admire your parenting. So this could even be, I know this is going to sound maybe a little condescending or something. It might even be like they admire you parenting them, because I'm really getting like an emotional immaturity vibe coming from this person. And maybe you set some clear boundaries, or you made it obvious like what you would go for or wouldn't go for. And this person actually learned a lot from you. And I'm getting specifically that at a point where a lot of people might have become clingy or like chase them, you didn't do that. And you were like, oh, okay, this person is kind of coming on strong and love bombing me and now disappearing. So that's interesting. I'm just going to go about my merry way. And this person, that forced this person to actually take a look at themselves. Okay, let's do one more. I'm also just drawn to like how big and bold these letters are. Like this person has a lot of respect for you, actually. I really appreciate your dedication to your work. Maybe this is a work relationship, and I admire your dedication to finishing what you start. Okay, pile one, I think that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like, comment, or subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time. Hey pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you picked the World card, here we go. And this is going to be, what does this person regret? So today is Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, California. So I'm excited and getting ready for our celebrations, which are going to start a little bit later. So Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate. Even if you don't, hope you have a beautiful holiday season, whether that means just like some time off from work or reconnecting to yourself or loved ones. Hope it's really peaceful and meaningful for you. And let's see here what Spirit has for you today. So the question is, what do they regret? What does this person regret regarding you? And so far with the World card, so when I see the World card, to me that means either distance, like long distance. They regret that they don't live near you, or maybe they moved away from you, like literally physically relocated. It could also mean they regret something that they posted on the internet, on social media. They could also regret an ending between you. So those are just a few things that are coming up right away. But let's see what comes through from this tarot. And this is the Light Seers Tarot deck. So first out we have the Fool in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting specifically here, this person had an opportunity to move closer to you, and I'm really getting like literally move. Like maybe he, I was just about to say he, so that could resonate for some of you, but so this person had an opportunity to, let's say their job was going to move them, and that would mean that they would be in the same division as you or in the same city as you, and they decided not to take it. So it could be something like that, or even just literally maybe you are seeing each other, if this is a romantic connection, and there's an opportunity either to move in together, for them to move closer to your side of town. You know what examples coming to mind? For anyone that watches The Office, do you remember when Jim and, what's his girlfriend? Karen are dating, and Karen had moved from that other branch to Scranton. And this is a really specific example. She found an apartment that was like a block away from Jim's house, and he said he didn't want her to take that apartment because it would be like they were living together in separate houses or something like that. So, which is kind of ridiculous. So it's something like that here, where this person, there was an option to get closer to you and they didn't take it, and they're regretting that now. Okay, let's see what else. Six of Wands in reverse. We have Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Emperor, and then one fell on the floor. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I'm really getting Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting that this person feels quite foolish and embarrassed, and they're thinking about you a lot and how you view them with this decision they made. As opposed to pile one, so pile one had a lot of regrets, but almost like totally about themselves, not really interested in the other person's experience of the relationship. This person that's coming through really sees that there was a key moment in your relationship to take things deeper, to solidify things. If this was, like a friendship or business, not romance, it would have been like the kind of thing where they maybe had an opportunity to collaborate with you, to partner up, to help you with a project, or to just spend more time with you. And they, for whatever reason, like just moved away from that. This person is really regretting that now because this is how they see you, the Two of Cups. Like inside themselves, they feel very partnered with you and very harmonious, and they're realizing that their actions did not match that. I mean, we have Three of Wands in reverse, which is like the opposite of looking to the future and planning for the future. Six of Wands in reverse, unsuccessful, not having victory. Two of Wands in reverse, similar to Three of Wands reversed. It's like not doing the appropriate forward planning. Nine of Pentacles, overly independent. Eight of Cups, walking away, and the Emperor, like staying as the king or queen or sovereign of my domain and not budging or collaborating. So basically this person chose their comfort over something that they wanted more. And this person's very aware of the fact that they chose something kind of based out of ego. That's not exactly it. Based out of not wanting to change. I was just talking with someone about this recently, like how scary change is, even for people that are growth oriented and want to change. I would put myself in that category. And I'll just say, for me, my brain, I'm like all about change all the time. But if I actually have a lot of change, it's really hard on my energy body, on my physical body. It takes me a long time to adjust. And so I think there's kind of a disconnect for me personally between what my brain says that I'm up for and what I'm physically actually up for. And there was something like that happening here where this person just had some part of themselves that overrided their decision. And the vibe I'm getting here is that it was kind of an emotional reaction. So it's almost like their heart needed more protection. And so their heart kind of put the brakes on here because it wasn't feeling safe enough. And this person is very aware of that and feeling regretful. So the thing I want to ask next with your pile here is, what is this person going to do about that? Are they going to take any action to try to bridge the gap or try to, solve this problem? We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Fool in reverse. Well, this is a no. This person's going to let the disharmony continue. They're not going to take a step forward. And we have the Hierophant in reverse here at the bottom. And this is interesting. So what I'm immediately getting about this, why they're not going to do that, is because they really respect marriage. Now the Hierophant doesn't always mean marriage, but specifically in this deck with the two wedding rings there, it's what I'm getting. So this could be interpreted many ways. So if it's business, they really respect partnership and they want to be all in before they would sign on the dotted line to do that. Same with friendship. Like being a friend is something they take really seriously. So if they know that they're just kind of half in or not fully committed, then they wouldn't move forward. Same with marriage. Let's say like you have this connection with this person, but one of you is already committed elsewhere. This person just respects the tradition and the idea of marriage too much to mess with that. And likewise, if you're both single and there's nothing complicated like that going on at all, this person wants to be just so sure before taking a step forward that for now they're in a holding pattern. Okay, so now I just want to ask, is there anything I didn't say about that spirit for pile 2 that's important to come through? Because that actually surprised me. It was a very clear no. Okay. So we have the Devil card. This could mean there's something in this connection that feels off to them, and maybe to you also, pile 2. This could be maybe just like the passion is so strong it can cloud their judgment. This could be there's addictive patterns, such as even just like codependency, one person depending too much on the other emotionally. There could be literal addiction to substances. I mean, I see here that this rat has got a syringe, which makes me think of drug use, or, drinking too much, whatever. This could be any number of things. Let me just pull one clarifier, although I feel like those of you watching, you have a sense of what this would be. And we have the Page of Wands. So with Page of Wands, I'm getting, impulsivity. Like there's whatever this addictive pattern is that it's referencing, it also makes this person impulsive, or perhaps it makes both of you impulsive and don't think things through more long term. And so this person actually, again with the Two of Cups, like really cares about you. There's a deep sense of partnership and harmony here. And this person doesn't want to mess this up by like jumping in. So they're willing to wait. This is actually a pretty mature perspective, I would say. This person is very much wanting to like do the right thing, and let things play out a step at a time and not rush in to fix it just because they miss you and they feel uncomfortable. Does that make sense, pile 2? So to close the reading now, I want to pull a few messages from this person, from the Love Bombs kindness cards. So what would this person say from their higher self, what they appreciate about you most? You are making a difference. I think this is also, to them. This person wants to let you know, like, you make a difference to me. You've made a difference in my life. Let's see, what else for pile 2? I appreciate your honesty. And we have the blank card here. So when the blank card comes out, for me, that means for whatever reason, this person is probably not going to express these things to you. And I'm getting with this pile, for pile 2, the reason they're not going to say anything is related to that Hierophant card. So there's some kind of values or integrity concern they have that would lead them to not express any of this to you directly. So I hope that makes sense to you, pile 2. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe if it did, and I'm always happy to hear your feedback, so please let me know how this was for you, and I hope to see you again in a future reading. Okay, hey pile 3, if you chose the Knight of Cups in the reverse, this is your reading, and the question is, do they have regrets? And I've already shuffled the deck I'm going to be using, the Light Seers Tarot, so let's see what we get for pile 3. So, for pile 3, Spirit, do they have regrets? And if so, what do they regret? We have the Eight of Cups and the Tower in the reverse so far. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's kind of like the signifier for the pile. What I'm getting from that is they regret that they either didn't show you their emotions or show you their love in a direct and clear way. Or maybe they were kind of like in and out with what they showed you. Just kind of all fire or all ice. Let's see here. Oh. the World. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting such a beautiful vibe from that Queen of Pentacles. Just, she has everything that she needs. Abundant, generous, beautiful. So I would say this person, this is kind of like a kind of. It's not exactly a yes or a no. Like this person, what this person regrets is that they're not enough for you, and they've decided this for themselves. Maybe you didn't even say anything like this to this person, but they've decided that you have everything you need. There's really nothing that they have to offer, and it was best for them to leave before before it became obvious that they just can't step to your level with the Tower in the reverse. And this required a lot of strength from them to kind of put an end to whatever kind of connection this was, friendship or otherwise, romance, business. But despite them kind of making that choice, they still just recognize you as this really wonderful person that they feel very connected to and actually in partnership with, in a way. So, yeah. I'm going to pull from this deck, from the New York City Tarot deck, to see what else should be said here. Like, in this person's mind, it's very matter of fact. Like, well, yeah, I regret that I'm not as great as pile 3, but what do you want me to say? You know, we're just in different leagues, so... with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, that's telling me that it's not accurate the way this person is seeing the relationship. Four of Cups. This must be really frustrating for you, pile 3, because what I'm getting here with these cards is that the way this person has made their mind up about you is very indirect, and it's from a lot of assumptions, especially with the Page of Swords in reverse, which could mean like maybe they're watching you online, or even if it's not like watching you online, it could be you know how if you're around a person and that person says something about your life, you always have two options, right? You have an option to ask a clarifying question if it hits you wrong, or you can just make an assumption and then go off and live your life by that assumption. Let me think of an example. So something simple like, let's say you text a friend about getting together that night, and the friend says, no, I don't want to go out tonight, and just doesn't say anything else. So as you, the sender of that message, you can interpret that 100 ways, right? You can be like, well, that person decided they don't want to be my friend anymore, or maybe they're depressed, or maybe they're physically injured, or maybe they're too busy and they just need some time to relax. But whatever assumption you make, it's an assumption. It's based on a small piece of information, when really what should happen in the situation is for you to say, oh, okay, you want to share anything about why? Do you want to reschedule? Like, what works for you? So there's a problem here with this person's communication that's leading them to do what they're doing, and they don't have the truth. And maybe you sense this, pile 3. I'm guessing this would be kind of frustrating for you, especially if you're this Queen of Pentacles, which you can be regardless of gender. It's not necessarily a female card, it's just feminine energy. So if you're this person, which I'm getting you are, the viewer, then you also feel this Two of Cups at some level, this partnership, this connection to this person. And for some reason, they're just cutting it off at the knees because they think that they're not enough. Knight of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is some kind of head trash that this person is dealing with, and they're not telling you about it either. So here's where you have a choice, pile 3. You can address this directly with this person. You may or may not get a direct answer, but you know, you have the opportunity to not do the same thing this person's doing to you. So what I mean by that is you could reach out and say, hey, like I've noticed it seems like you put some distance, or we're just not speaking as often as we used to, or even just something like, hey, I miss you. How's it been going? And just say something like, let's see, how would you say this? I don't feel you as like interested or as present in our friendship, relationship, partnership as you used to be. Am I imagining that? I'm not sure what to make of that. And let them say what they're going to say. You know, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt because you also, of course, are seeing your perspective of the situation, and they should have an opportunity to be able to explain themselves. So I would find if you're interested in advice, the advice would be this: to find an opportunity to share like the impact on you of this person's behavior, which may or may not be intentional, and they may or may not even be aware of it. So so that advice was coming more from my brain than from the cards or from spirit. So I just want to double check that anytime that happens. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so I think what this is saying is whatever harmony or happiness there was in the relationship, it's kind of dissipated, or it's gone now. And so Spirit is saying that you are the person in the partnership who's more easily able to see that and talk about it. So if you want there to be a chance to kind of talk about that openly and hopefully change it, most likely the best possible potential outcome would be for you to bring it up. And we have the 7 of Cups. So this to me is suggesting that you, the viewer, might be thinking of all kinds of different scenarios about why this happened, why this person pulled away, what's going on. And it might be driving you a little bit batty, or at the minimum it might be kind of frustrating for you. So I think the encouragement here from Spirit is, you know, for yourself, like not for them, not for the relationship, for yourself, for your own peace of mind, perhaps consider reaching out, because the answer you get will give you some more information that will maybe put your mind at ease, and you won't be left in this like overthinking state of mind. And the other message here with the Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups in reverse behind that is that this overthinking and this frustration actually really, really drains your ability to love yourself and others. I think you actually know this as the Queen of Pentacles. I think you have a very abundant life and very positive relationships. And so I'm guessing that this connection has been very frustrating for you because it's just not how you operate, which is also something to notice, right? And like pay attention to. But all to say, the advice here is be willing to reach out. You can also be extra vulnerable. Obviously, it'd be a vulnerable thing for them to talk about how they're feeling insecure and not enough. In a similar way, it's vulnerable for you to reach out to someone who's maybe pulled away and be like, hey, what happened? Like, I miss you. It doesn't feel good to have you far away. So that is your reading. Oh, wait, I was going to do one other thing, which is pull a few love bombs for you from this person. So from this person's higher self, what would they say to my pile 3s? I've heard many people say good things about you, and I agree with them. This is reminding me of the World card again, and maybe like, you know, either at the workplace or in your friend group or on social media, they see things about you and then they get all in their head about that. I hope my child grows up to be like you. If this person isn't a parent, then really what they're saying here is, I hope I can grow up to be like you. Actually, this person really admires you a lot. I'll always treasure the times we've had together. With "You're a gift to those around you" on the bottom of the deck. Okay, pile 3, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated, please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future readings. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks, bye-bye.